In 2022, I went out to go visit my family because I was here for like 2 years and I didn't see my family. So I went out to go visit my family in 2022 after being here for 2 years. I came back in February of 2020, and then the surrender happened in like March or April. But it's like in 2022, I went back to go visit my family, and my tire needed air. So I went to go fill up my tire with air, and my daughter ran into the gas station, and then the cops kept saying, "No, your daughter's with me. Your daughter's with me. Your daughter's with me." And I kept sitting there and I was like, "What the fuck?" Apparently the one that was took my daughter was with the cops in New Mexico, the Blues, whatever the fuck they are. Your daughter's with me. So the people out there in the fucking New Mexico and California and shit, it's like those people were probably not even close to being the fucking father, or they were. I don't fucking know, but I didn't know that there was even blue involved in that kind of crap. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know what the fuck that was. But they tried pinning me with domestic violence on that. They had to drop the charges, drop the case on it. But I don't understand why they were trying to pin me with domestic violence for leaving her at a gas station and then going to pick her up for it was less than an hour. Less than an hour. Less than an hour. Corey kept sitting there saying, "I traumatized the shit out of Coraline. I traumatized the shit out of Coraline. Coraline had PTSD from that." She wasn't even there for an hour. She was there for less than an hour. Less than an hour. And then he's all like, it was more than an hour. He's all like, the cop said it was more than an hour. I'm like, no, it was way less than an hour. I had to go down to the police station. They made me wait outside the police station for almost 2 hours, for over an hour. That's how long they said that I left her at the gas station. I didn't leave her at the gas station that long. I literally turned right back around. And he was saying, "Your daughter's with me." And then they tried pinning me with domestic violence. And they tried saying that I was beating somebody up. And I wasn't beating somebody up. I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I was asking for help because I was getting beat up. They pinned me with my enemy. And then on top of that, Corey and like this child, like CYFD, they took Coraline. They took Coraline away from me. And then Corey, and that's when they were all saying that my mom was the mom and that she could sleep with as many men as she wants, this, that, and the other thing. They took Coraline away from me. Corey brought her back here, and then they tried filing a restraining order on me, and I wasn't allowed to come back, and I was getting beat up by Mike. "This is my house! Don't touch the food in my house!" This, that, and the other thing. Getting beat up by Mike, so I ran off to the Flagstaff homeless shelter, and I went to the Flagstaff homeless shelter in 2022, and I spent a month at the Flagstaff homeless shelter, like 31 days or something, and then I left because I got a job at the Spice and Tea Exchange in Sedona, and it had too late of, I got off of work too late for the curfew, so I had to leave the homeless shelter, and I lived in my car for 4 months, and then I got back to New Mexico, and they stuck me in the psych ward saying I was Nicki Minaj because they called the cops on me for saying I was suicidal, even though I wasn't. They put me in the cuffs. They put me under all kinds of stuff saying I was suicidal, and they put me in the cuffs saying I was Nicki Minaj and stuff, and I wasn't. And then they put me in the psych ward for 2 weeks, and they kept saying that, "Watch it all unfold," this, that, and the other thing. They were putting me on all kinds of different prescriptions without even actually talking to me. They put me on prescriptions without even assessing me, and all kinds of stuff. And I was on gabapentin and risperidone, and then they canceled the risperidone and kept me on the gabapentin for 3 months, and then they stopped refilling my prescriptions entirely because after about a week of being there, then Corey said, "Come back here, be my wife again." So I came back here, and I was his wife again, and then when they took me off the pills and everything, he's just like, "I hate you, I'm not doing anything with you, this, that, and the other thing." It's like I didn't fucking know what to fucking do. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was fucking going on. I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't know why he only treated me good if I was on the meds, when he used to treat me good even though I wasn't on meds before. I was never on the fucking meds, and it was only 3 months. And it was once when I was like 14, 15 years old. I went to UNM, the psychiatric ward in UNM, because I took one of my mom's Klonopin, and my mom said that I tried killing myself. My mom said I tried killing myself because I took one of her Klonopin, and I got stuck in a psych ward for 2 weeks when I was a teenager, and they put me on lithium, and I had to stay on the lithium, but it was only for about 3-4 months, and then the prescription stopped from there too, and Lamictal. And the prescriptions from there stopped. It went from bipolar to schizophrenic to this, that, and the other thing. And then they were like, oh, you just need pain management meds, saying that I was autistic and this, that, and the other thing. And they were trying to put me on gabapentin for autism and pain management and stuff like that. And I was sitting there and they were saying that I was doing that to help some boy out, this, that, and the other thing, or some other girl out, this, that, and the other thing. I didn't know what was happening. They didn't keep me on the meds long enough. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. And I shouldn't have only been loved if I was on meds. And the only person that was trying to say that was Mr. Steal Your Girl. The one that was telling Corey, like, his name was Thorne, or Philip Maldonado. He used to sit there saying, now, Val, don't be mad. We kind of screwed you over. Now, Val. He's all like, do it for you. Do it for Cora. Go get mental health help. Do it for you. Do it for Cora. But it turned out that was... I told you not to play with Louie.